Good afternoon, this is Bob Lawless, Golden Harvest Agronomist. Here today to talk about rootless corn syndrome, or floppy corn, some call it. We're at that stage where we're going to start seeing that extremely dry weather. Very dry soils will compound this a lot. Some things can cause it. Shallow planting sometimes can cause it. Wasn't really the case so much this year. Sometimes an open seed slot, which was the case in this particular field I'm in here, where it was a little wet underneath. Now we got severely dry. That seed slot opens up. It exposes those nodal roots to dry air, basically. So they just fail to initiate. So if you can kind of see on these that flop over, the nodal roots, they kind of get desiccated and really fail to establish. So you're hanging on just by the mesocotyl of that plant, which makes it just flop one way or the other. It'll fall all directions within a field. So that's something to look at. You know, relatively good corn just a few feet away, still some compaction there, but you can see the difference in the root zone between those two, and obviously the size of the plants too shows up pretty good. So it kind of shows this one is just sort of dying of thirst or starving to death out here in the field. You can see how that seed slot opened up. That will really dry out the seed zone in there, or the root zone, and then those nodal roots, when they try to develop in that hot, dry soil, they just kind of dry out and they just don't fail to perform there. About the only thing you're going to do to get this to work better is really get a rain. You can limited success throwing some dirt on it with a field cultivator, but if you're just throwing dry dirt on it, it's not going to do you much good. So this is what we call floppy corn, or this type of thing, or rootless corn syndrome, where it just starts to fall over. You're going to start to see this in some areas and fields this year. That's Bob Lawless, agronomist for Golden Harvest, coming to you from Illinois.